Hey folks, and welcome to the latest installment of Dave's Impressions. This time around, TIE Fighter. Yes, the Star Wars space combat game from the mid-90s. Why the game where you play as the Empire instead of X-Wing where you play as the Rebels? Well, my memories tell me I never liked piloting the X-Wings. I found them too slow and clunky. I remember TIE Fighter being the better game, so here we are. These impressions were taken from playing the game for around 2 hours. Enjoy! The danger of revisiting any game from our younger years is it might not hold up. Either our fond memories are the product of nostalgia, or game design has moved so far forward that our modern selves do not have the patience for the systems of old. TIE Fighter suffers from these dangers, but the game is still fun to play. The dogfighting is exciting, and as this is a 90s space combat game, most keys on the keyboard help the player regulate their craft either before battle or after it. The rudimentary 3D works when backdropped against the vastness of space, and flying around and shooting enemy craft as a TIE fighter fulfills a Star Wars fantasy of getting to take these strange ships out for a spin. Talking about the keyboard, I was grateful pressing K opens up a key guide as to what everything does. The battle simulator missions will teach these systems in mock exercises, and if we just want to gain a hold over how any of the craft operate, we can run through the training course. I remember taking the time to gain all of the medals to every craft back in the 90s. Yep, hours spent piloting around these tubular tunnels. Remember when we had all the time in the world and things like this felt important to accomplish? The version I'm playing is the CD-ROM release, as it's the version I borrowed from a friend. I don't know if the music is of a higher quality, but it has voice acting. The voiced mission briefings add to the fantasy of being a random Imperial pilot. Soon after the main campaign is underway, a cloaked figure will assign extra objectives straight from the Emperor. This makes the player feel important, that their effort will be noticed. It's the fast track to the top, or at least it would be if we played a character who mattered. I can't remember the beats of the story, but I do recall taking orders from Darth Vader. I had to restart a lot of missions. Either I crashed into an enemy vessel or wasn't quick enough in my scanning duties and allowed rebel transports to slip through the Empire's fingers. It's easy to restart a mission, so I never felt my time was wasted. But considering the freeform nature of fighting spacecraft, I was shocked by how rigid the mission structures felt. I always ran out of missiles too. I can accept these small ships don't have much cargo space. The TIE Bomber simulator missions taught about refueling, which I never tried during an actual mission, so I'm unsure if it's a strategy or not. Perhaps it's part of the fantasy. Get in, hit them, and get out. Make sure your attack counts because flying by for a second run increases the risk and depletes resources. So, what are my final thoughts on TIE Fighter? Well, I'm glad I replayed it. It's still a good game. It was easy to play once I learned what all the buttons do, and the music and dogfighting put a smile on my face. I still hold a love for space combat, and replaying TIE Fighter has made me think about bumping the Wing Commander retrospective I've been planning up the list. If you like Star Wars and space combat, I'd recommend giving this a try or a revisit. And if you have given it a try or a revisit, or if you remember playing TIE Fighter when it came out, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, I would be grateful if you bought me a coffee. There's a link in the description. If you would like to help out in other ways, please give the video a like or subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Until next time, I hope you're all having a wonderful day.